characteristics of living things. Living things show great diversity in terms of form, shape, size, and habitats. A closer look examination of these organisms, though, reveals that they share various common characteristics that distinguish them from non-living things. If you look at the organisms or things, you can say this one is living, this one is not living, and all the features, all the characteristics that make you say that this one is living and this one is, or categorize things as either living or not living, is what we are calling characteristics. And some characteristics are common in almost all living organisms. Now, practical activity 1. We would like to see the living and the non-living. So you are expecting to have a small insect like a grasshopper in a jar, or a rat which is in a cage. Appropriate to feed them for the animal, and then a piece of stone and a piece of stick or ruler. Now this is what you do. The food that you have for the rat or the grasshopper, you place it near that animal and look at that animal. Then, using a stick or a lure, disturb the animal, but do not hurt it. Don't hurt the animal. Then observe that animal for about 5 minutes. Then repeat the same procedures. Take the same food and place it near the stone. Then using a stick and ruler, disturb the stone and observe it for 5 minutes. Then record the observations for the animal and stone. What you saw when you put the food and when you disturb the animal, that the grasshopper or the rat, and when you also disturb the stone. And basically, did the ant eat? Did the stone eat? Did the rat or grasshopper eat? Did the grasshopper or rat move about when it was disturbed using a ruler or a stick? And did the stone move about? The activities you observed with the animals were not displayed by the stone. These activities included movement, feeding, response to touch, breathing, movements, and these are some of the characteristics of living beings. The stone, as a non-living thing, does not show these characteristics. The stone does not move, does not feed, does not even respond to touch, and they don't breathe. The stone did not show breathing movements. And the other characteristics that you could not have observed in practical activity 1, yet they are also exhibited by all living beings. These are respiration, growth and development, reproduction, and excretion. These characteristics of organisms are described as follows. 1. Nutrition. Nutrition is a process by which organisms acquire and utilize nutrients. So they first acquire the nutrients by feeding. Then once they eat, maybe food, once they acquire these nutrients, they utilize the nutrients. With these carbohydrates, they utilize the carbohydrates by providing energy for the living organism. If it is proteins, proteins are utilized by providing amino acids for growth and development of the organism. Plants synthesize their own food using light energy, carbon dioxide, water, and mineral salts, while animals feed on already manufactured foods. All animals will eat whatever has already been made by plants. And that is why living beings cannot live without plants. Number 2, respiration. It is the process by which food substances are broken down in the cell to release energy. The energy is used by the organisms to carry out essential activities like growth, movement, reproduction, excretion, among others. 3. Gaseous exchange. Gaseous exchange is a process whereby respiratory gases, which are 2. 1. Oxygen. 2. Carbon dioxide. Oxygen and carbon dioxide are called respiratory gases. Pass across a respiratory surface. So gaseous exchange is a process whereby respiratory gases pass across a respiratory surface like the lungs, alveoli in the lungs, gills in fish, skin in frogs, cell membrane in unicellular organisms like amoeba, and stomata in leaves. Number 4, excretion. It is a process by which waste or harmful materials resulting from metabolic reactions within cells of organisms are removed or eliminated. Some of these materials, if left to accumulate in the cells, would cause poisoning, leading to the death of cells. Number 5, growth and development. Is growth the same as development? No. Growth is the irreversible increase. Irreversible means you cannot go back. Increase in size and mass, while development refers to the irreversible change in the complexity of the structure of living things. Growing from small to big is growth, while becoming fat developing, breast developing, and the armpits developing, hips, those are developments. That's the difference, the complexity. Living things grow in order to attain the maximum size and mass, which are essential for their body function. Number 6, reproduction. It is a process by which living organisms give rise to new individuals of the same kind. Only living things have the ability to give rise to new individuals of their own kind. Number 7, irritability or sensitivity. This is the ability of living beings to perceive changes in their surroundings and respond to them appropriately. For instance, living beings react to changes in temperature, humidity, light, pressure, and to the presence or absence of certain chemicals. Finally, movement and locomotion. Movement is a change in position by either part or the whole organism. The type of movement whereby the whole organism moves is called locomotion. So plants will only move some parts like leaves, stems, roots, while animals will locomote because a whole organism moves. This occurs in animals, most bacteria, and some protists. In plants, we have movement of body parts as in folding of leaves, closing of flowers and growing of shoots towards the light. Now, standing question 3. List the uses of energy obtained from the process of respiration. B. Why is a motor vehicle not considered a living being, yet it moves? C. Why is nutrition important in organisms? If you get the 3 answers correct, then you are a genius. Congratulations. That is the end of our lesson today. Until next time, goodbye.